welcome to my channel. Well, I received this Ganzo G720 the other day, and I have a few Ganzos. It's not all of them. This is just some of them sitting here. But this guy's a lot bigger than most of those, and it's got a nice big fat blade on it. And it's the G720 and 440C. I love 440C. I love that steel. It has a glass breaker on the back. This is G10 right here. It's a substantial knife. This one weighs like 6.7 ounces. But like I said, it's different. It's different from the other Ganzos in its size. And one of the things I'd like to say about these knives are they're one of the first flippers that I started collecting because they're inexpensive. They call this a G-lock, but it's like an axis lock. And they're usually around $25 or so for the knife. They still are. At that price, even after inflation and everything else. So this one doesn't have the, I put a little bit of oil on it and stuff, but I could probably adjust that pivot, but right now it's nice and tight. Dual thumb studs. I like the way they did this jimping here. There's jimping right here for if you want to push forward, but if you want to do any cutting, it's smooth and it's sloped. So if you've ever done any cutting with jimping underneath your thumb and you happen to bear down, it's not comfortable. It becomes uncomfortable depending on the jimping. This way you have it to prevent your thumb going forward over there, but when you shift your thumb and you want to go down, it does a very good job. It's a nice flat grind that's almost full flat. It goes up here to the back. The spine is 4 millimeters and the tip is tapered. It's so well done, you can't, usually you would see like an angle here. You can't see the contour. It's just so gradual. It's also sharp. They usually come, incredibly sharp right out of the box. I haven't stropped it or touched it or done anything to the tip. I mean to the blade. And I'm doing this through the lens trying to get it. But it's nice, it's big, it's substantial. And you got like a 3.5 inch blade here, 3.5 inch cutting edge. Uh-oh, earthquake. It's got like 1.25 inches width on that blade. I mean, here's a, as a comparison, I was just gonna put some other different knives up there to show you. Here's just a Civivi Elementum. Looks like a baby, compared to it. This is a Victorinox Explorer. Yeah, it feels the hand very well. It's got a backspacer back here, keep gunk from out of there. There are some lightning holes in here. At first I didn't think there was because of the weight, but yeah, there's 4 holes there and 4 holes there. You count that one up the front. And it locks up solidly. There's no play, there's no up and down, there's no side to side. This one, like I said, is not as smooth as a lot of them that I get where you just pull this back and it'll automatically fall back. But I mean, that's okay. Actually, this knife got me with that so easy fallback, because I had my finger up here one time and I went like this and it went punk. And it has enough weight on this blade, even though this is a small one, it has enough weight on that blade to do some damage to your fingers, just from closing. So, I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything, I guess. And a big blade like this, I don't mind that it's not a guillotine when it comes back, you know. I've learned to keep my fingers out of the way after doing this for a while. But yeah, don't overlook these. Let's see, when I started collecting, started getting into flippers, I got into Ganzos, and then I got into Civivi. And Civivi kept coming out with so many different versions and everything, but they were usually at least double the price. You know, at least 50 bucks for a Civivi. And these are perfectly fine. The Firebird series is in D2, and most of these are in 440C. Some of them are in different materials. Let's see what this one's in. 440C. This is almost like an Osborne 940, the way it looks. Again, 440C. This guy reminds me of the Spyderco Stretch, kind of. It's in D2. The FH71. So yeah, it's a nice knife. Thank you, Anonymous, for sending me this knife. I like the little, the glass breaker doesn't get in your way. I mean, it's so wide and everything that it, you know, it's not something that you would jam your hand into, but it's there if you need it. And the pocket clip, I don't know if that, yeah, looks like it's reversible. You could flip it over. You probably need something special to get that loose, though. There's 4 little holes there. You could probably figure out something to get that off with if you had to. But yeah, don't overlook these if you're on a budget, man. If you want a good working knife, these knives are great for that. If you lose them, you're only out 25 bucks. I've never broken one. These axis locks, I've never had one of these break on me. But if you ever go to take one of these apart, man, be ready for frustration, because it's not the easiest thing in the world to put back together. It's kind of an effort. But yeah, like I said, this one, it's bam. I mean, it comes back with a thunk. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you that one there, and you definitely know that you've got it with you. It's not bad that it weighs that much to me. It just makes it feel like a substantial knife in my hand, you know. So there you go. Yeah, just a nice little Ganzo. Don't overlook those if you're on a budget, because they make a lot of good knives, and they don't charge a lot for them, and they're proven. You know, they're not something that's just some knife company you've never heard of. Oh, almost got my finger. It grazed. I could feel the skin. So I haven't completely learned about getting my fingers out of the way. I haven't cut myself on that one yet. So there you go. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.